Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. You can see I have my Stamp a Claus mug and sweatshirt on today because we are going to be doing the Paper Pumpkin November kit, which is, of course, Christmas. So don't forget to say hi, comment, let me know where you're watching from. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Facebook so you know when I go live or I upload a new video. Don't forget that you can get this at stampersdelightshop.com. And there's other stamping apparel there also. For November, when you place a $50 order before shipping and tax, you're going to get a downloadable PDF with 40 card samples. And also for December, I have my online Fun Fold Club with the Simply Sparkling. You're going to get a quarter pack of that gingham paper. You're going to get the gems and the ribbon, and you can always add on the bundle. You'll get 6 cards to make, 3 fun folds, 2 of each. So don't forget to sign up. Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so this month's Paper Pumpkin, so cute. It was actually these little treat boxes, but I didn't want to use candy, so let me show you what I did with the first one. I made the treat box, just like it said, but instead I put a little bag with some little earrings that I had made. So really, you just do it the same way. And let me grab that one little bag I need. You know, I'm usually never ready. But I did want to show you how cute this comes out. So I'm going to use the opposite treat box. So this is the treat box. You can fill it up with candy, anything you need. And we have one of the round die cuts. I'm going to go ahead and fold that on the score lines, burnishing it. I've got a couple of alternatives for you if you didn't want the treat boxes. We also get some stickers and some little die cuts. You're going to get the Mossy Meadow ink pad, or you should have, and the twine, some glue dots, some tear and tape. So the first thing I'm going to do is I would turn this over like that. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab my tear tape, which of course is not here either. Okay, so we're going to use, I want to use what's in here. You can see I wasn't really prepared. I just wanted to hop on and show you this. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal and my tear and tape's on the other side. I'm going to take that little bag, and I had made these little earrings for craft fairs, and I'm going to slide that in there. So you can put whatever you want in there. I just thought this was really cute. Push that all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to just fix this. I'm going to fold that over. And I am going to take one of those stickers to close it up with. This makes a nice little teacher's gift or co-workers. I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to glue it right on there. And then I'm going to go like this. Now, if it's too large, all you want to do, I'm going to pull that back off because it's too large. I'm going to fold it again. And now it should fit. It should. There we go. Now, it's still a little large, so let's fold a little bit more. Let's open this up and pull that down just a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick that right on there. There we go. Well, that just doesn't want to work, does it? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am just going to cut this down, this piece with my paper trimmer. Like I said, I hopped on real quick, so forgive me. We're going to cut this down. And that didn't quite cut, so let's just, it's the paper, that glitter paper from a couple years ago. All right, let's put this back in the envelope here. Push it all the way down. Fold it up again. And that little flap right there is what I want sticking to this paper. There we go. And we're going to pull that down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tear tape or glue right here. I don't have my tear tape. It does come with the kit. And I will check. I think the refills are available, but I'll double check on that. Okay, I'm just going to mush that down a little bit. Bring that in and pop that right on there. I'm going to bring in this little piece here. I'm going to put, "'Tis the Season." I'm going to use Mossy Meadow because that's what comes with it. This is my large one. It does come with the small one. 'Tis the Season. I'm going to take that twine. I'm going to put that right through here. I'm going to grab quite a bit of this. And I'm going to take it right there, and this is going to go through here. I like to close it first, but you can do this before you close it. I'm going to pull that out like this. It's just easier for me to do it this way. I'll put that on here first. Okay. I am going to tie this in a knot. Bring it down so it holds both of those pieces together. I'm going to take this piece and thread it through here. And then I'm going to tie it off in a bow. Again, you can put whatever you want in those little cello bags. And making this a little smaller. I'm going to grab a dimensional, which also comes with the kit. And I'm just going to put that right here. Pull that down so it holds. Snip that off. Bring in some glue dots. Take one of those little pop outs. Now, the kit, let me just show you. The kit shows you putting them on all the windows on the front. I'm just going to add one here on the front door because I really like to save as many as I can for other projects. So there I have a cute little gift bag. Oh, I see why it didn't fit, because that one's shorter. Duh. So now I can put whatever I want in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in another house, and I'm going to make it into a gift card holder. So this is the one I already did. And you can see there's a gift card holder in there. Not using the cello bag. I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold it on the score lines. And of course, this goes over that way. But what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to score this area right here. Right in the center. I'm going to give that a good burnishing. So you can see on this one I used some red ribbon. And I used that sticker for the bag to keep this closed so that they can just lift this up. Whoop, gift card fell out. But you'll see how I did that in a second. Put a couple glue dots on it. I only put one on there. Definitely needs two. All right, so I am going to fold this up like that. Inside here, I'm going to add some glue dots. I only added one on that one because that was my sample one and I wasn't sure how it would hold. So now I'm going to add 3 because obviously it doesn't hold. Take that out. And of course, this is not a real gift card, but we're going to add the gift card right there. We're going to bring this up just like this, flap it over. So now the gift card is inside there. I'm going to take one of those stickers to keep it closed. I'm going to close that up and I'm going to put the sticker right here. So now I'm going to embellish it. I'm going to take some of my real red ribbon. You can use the twine. I just wanted to add some ribbon to this one. I'm going to put it upside down. I always tie my bows upside down. And I'm going to tie this in a knot. And there we go. And then in a bow. I've got way too much ribbon, so I am going to trim it, but I like to start out with a lot, and I do like large bows, but not that large. Okay, I'm going to take my snips, snip that off, slide it down just a hair if I can. There we go. I am going to bring in, now if you run out of circles because, you know, you only have 8, I had a couple in my stash. We all have a stash. So I'm going to grab a to and from stamp. And that's from our Joy of Noel. I'm going to stamp it up in the green. I'm going to stamp to and from. I'm going to grab some twine. I'm going to go right under here and tie that. So you have a cute little to and from tag. And just trim that piece off a little bit. And there you have a gift card holder just by putting that little score line in there. I'm going to bring this one in because I need to, okay, I'm just going to gently lift that up. I need to put a couple more glue dots on this one. So let's add some more glue dots here so it holds my gift card. So 3 glue dots seem to hold it. Paper pumpkin is a great way to craft, and you don't really have to think about it. Everything's there for you. I'm going to slide that over. I'm going to push that right down there. And then I'm going to bring in 2 of these little wreaths. Add another one on here, one on there, and one on there. I'm going to actually use my mini dimensionals. Add that to the front door. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Add it to the front door. And of course, if you want to use up all your dies that they sent, you can put a wreath in each window. There I have 2 gift card holders. Okay, this one doesn't want to stick either. Oh, I know. Don't do the magnetic strip. Do it opposite. Doesn't stick to the magnetic strip. There we go. So we have 2 gift card holders. Now, I will have still shots of these available on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. Let's get rid of all this. Let's bring in some more alternatives. So for this one, I just took this card and cut it in half, and I did use the full sheet of this. So that's an alternative right there, and of course I used the silver ribbon. And here is the other side. Okay, so there's the box cut up, and because you have this extra flap here, I just glued that right here, so that was more 3D on this one. So I just cut those in half and made 2 cards, and I did use the full cards, but of course you don't have to. And we're going to do that right now. So there's 2 other for you. Okay, so I am going to bring in some more of these pieces. And there's some more of those extra circles that I have. And here is the add-on paper. So what I did was I cut this in half, and I made 2 cards out of that. Now they are large. They're the 5x7. So when you cut one in half, you have an envelope for one of them, but not for the other. So you can probably get 5x7 envelopes on Amazon, I'm sure. We don't sell them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. So it's still a 5x7, but then I need to trim a little bit more. So I'm going to do 4 3/4 there. And this is going to be 6 3/4. So I'll take off some of that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I want 4 3/4. And then I am going to go with 6 3/4. So now I have enough for 2 cards. I'm going to bring in some real red. And in order to do this card, you need to cut your cardstock. And I'm going to show you. You need to cut it at 10x7. So we're going to go 7 by 10. And of course, we're going to score that at 5 inches. Now I need 2 of them because remember I cut that in half. Again, I'm going to do 6 3/4. Oh, 10. I want to do the 10 first. 10. So that's the 10 inch. So it's 10 inches long. And then it's going to be 7 inches wide. So now we'll do 7 inches wide. And these strips I will save for another project. I'm going to score that at 5 inches. And I have enough for 2 cards here. The next thing I need to do, of course, is cut this piece up. So I'm going to cut where the score lines are for this one. There's one house I have. I'm going to flip it around and cut that where the score line is. And then I'm going to cut this piece off. There we go. We're done with that for a second. Okay, I am going to bring in both card bases. Don't like the way that one scored, so let's fix that with my bone folder. There we go. Oh, let me show you the insides. So for this one, I just with special delivery with love and the little dog. For this one, I actually used the stamp that comes with it and colored it with my blends. So let's do these two. Okay, we have those right here. And now we have our two bases because I cut that card in half. And we're just going to go ahead and layer that down using my stamp and seal. Bring this one over. Okay, now I have the two houses. So one house will go here. And this house will go here. Yes, this is the back of the house, but that's fine. It's still going to look cute. I'm going to take dimensionals. So you really can get a lot of cards out of this kit if you don't want to make the little treat boxes. You have 8 of them, so you cut them in half. You're going to make 16 cards. And if you ordered the add-on, these large cards and envelopes, you have more. Now, I did show how to cut down these. You can cut these down to 4 by the A2, 4.5, 4.25. You know, cut it down. But I wanted to make some large cards. I have this extra piece, so I can add that at either house to make it a little more 3D and not to waste it. I'm going to add it on this one, and I just bring it up a little bit so I can see that garland and this one. Match that up. There we go. I am going to bring in some of these little guys. I think I'll put one in each window here. Bringing in my mini dimensionals. This one, I'm going to put one on the door. We'll just add one there. This one, I'm going to add one up there. I don't know who would climb on that roof, but somebody probably would. I'm going to add one right up there. That would not be me. Okay. Again, I'm going to save the rest of those. I'm just going to put it on the... I don't know. Maybe I should. What do you think? Oh, let's do them all. Let's do all the windows. And I'm using dimensionals so that it stands out a little more. I do love the look of a wreath in each window. Or even a candle. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. I also don't forget to sign up for my Fun Fold class, online Fun Fold class. And just so you know, my team members get those monthly Fun Fold classes for free, the video and tutorial, and the downloadable PDF. They can opt to go in, add the whole class if they want, but they do get the videos for free. Let's grab one more. Okay, I did take that off. And we're going to do that. I'm going to take one of the circles. Again, I'm using circles that I have because I used up all mine. And I am going to use that. Now you see that's got a hole punched out, and I don't want to punch that hole out. What I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my red, my real red, and I'm going to stamp Warm Wishes. I'm going to do it in red this time. And I'm going to also bring in 'Tis the Season. And I didn't even clean that off, and I should have. You could tell I was excited to do this. All right. Now I'm going to add these to the top of my card. Again with dimensionals. So this one should be pretty close. Yep. So you can see these, I used the twine that comes with it. For these, I want to use a ribbon. And that's okay. All right, I got some of these I want to cut up so I can use them. Always use the corners of your dimensional sheets. Whoop! Well, that one went flying across the room. All right, so we're going to add those. I'm going to take that real red ribbon and I'm going to make 2 smaller bows. Don't want it too large, so let me just make that a little bit smaller. And just cut a little bit of that off. I'm going to use a little, see which side I like better. I think the other side. I'm going to add my Stamp and Seal. And I'm just going to add a bow there. That might stick out of my envelope, so let's just trim that a little bit more. 'Tis the season. We'll do another one right here. And cut that off. And then we'll add that. So it hides that little hole. Now, if you got last month's kit, you also have some glitter glue. Hopefully you have some left. And I'm just going to add a little glitter glue on some of these wreaths. I'll just do those. Now, for the inside, remember it's a larger card. You're going to take some white. Move those out of the way so I don't get... And I am going to cut this down at 6 3/4. And I'm going to do 4 3/4 and 4 3/4. And that will be the inside of my card. So let's get this out of the way. Bring it in my stamp mat. So when I'm doing a sentiment, something small, a lot of times I don't use the mat. But you really want to use it. And I'm going to be doing a little more stamping, so we are going to use the stamp mat. That one says 'tis the season. I'm going to grab the Merry Christmas from last month's kit and do Merry Christmas. Warm wishes from your home, from our home to yours. I'm going to go ahead and do the warm wishes. I mean the Merry Christmas. Here is that stamp that I colored with my blends, which looks gorgeous. I'm just going to do, I'm cheating, I'm just going to do the red this time. You get the gist of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put those on the inside. I have had people ask me why we don't make large, oops, got some glitter glue on me there, why we don't make the larger cards. We had them at one time. Who knows, they may come back. Let's add a little glue to that. Put that right in there. And now I have 2 large cards instead of the treat box. Now, again, you only have the 1 envelope, so you will have to get some 5x7 envelopes. And what I would do is save this for my envelope, the lip of my envelope. So there's 2 more alternatives. And if you want to add some gems, grab those. I found that these gems go very nicely with this kit. And these are the Iridescent pastel gems. So what I'm using are the clear And I just add a couple of gems, maybe a small one right there. And the same thing with this one. A couple large ones, take a small one and just add it there. And there I have 2 cards out of the treat box. Okay, so let me let that one dry. This one's okay. So for my last, well, let's see, what else do we have here? I got quite a few things here. Okay, what's this one? Ah, that's the one I'm gonna do last. Okay, so here are, this is the same thing I had just done. Just added, cut them in half. You can cut those, I showed you how to cut that in half, which is, you know, you want to save some of that. Some of them I just didn't cut in half. So now for the next one, I wanted to make a pop-up card. And I'll show you how I did this. This does pop up a little bit inside. I was looking for the wobbles that I had, and I guess I ran out, so I'm going to get some more wobbles on Amazon. So let me take, here's one of those cards cut down to our A2 size, which I haven't done anything with yet. So let's do this. Let me get these out of the way. And I need one more base. So I actually have another kit here that I didn't open. So now I'm going to open that because I'm going to be making all these cards. I'm going to take out, I think I'm going to do I'll do the blue again. So I actually have this, and I don't need it because I already have a set. I'm going to be giving that away to one lucky winner. All you have to do is comment, subscribe, and one lucky winner will get that stamp set, and also the ink. It has to be US, okay? So if I pick your name and you're not in the US, I'm sorry, I can't send that. Okay, so I'm going to take this. And I'm going to bring in, I think I'll do real red again. I like the real red. For this one, I only need one card base, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to take this. Oh my gosh, I got things all over the place here. And again, I'm going to cut that down. 10. What did I say? 10 by 7, right? I keep forgetting myself. 10 inches by 7. Measurements are below and also on my blog. All right. I'm going to go ahead and score that at 5 inches. I am going to go with this for the front. So this has to be cut down again. 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. That here because I need that. I'm going to take the house. I am going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to cut this off. And hope that my idea works. I'm now going to take a piece of white. I'm going to do about 1 inch. You could make it smaller if you wanted. Bring in this piece and my card base, which is going to go right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. do the front of the house. And this is where I'm going to use that extra piece right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab some dimensionals. Add those on there. And then I'm just going to glue this one down. As soon as I find my glue. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to add that right there. We're going to add this right here. Again, I'm going up a little higher. I'm going to take some mini dimensionals. And I'm going to add one right there for one of these little guys. Right at the top of the house. I'm going to grab my die cut. I'm going to use the Merry Christmas. Again, that's going to go right here. Dimensionals that it is. Remember, somebody's going to win my extra stamp set from this video. I'll announce that on my Facebook page and add it to this when I'm done. So you have time. I'll pull that name on Thanksgiving. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I am going to be taking the rest of this week off for the holiday. But always check back on if I upload any videos. Plus, I still need to get my craft room finished. Okay, I'm going to add that there. Merry Christmas. Now for the inside. Let's see if this works. I'm going to grab a piece of white. I actually cut two of these. I'm going to cut this out 4 3/4. By 6 3/4. I really wish I found my wobbles, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I am going to fold this in, just overlapping it just a little bit. And I am going to give that a good burnishing. I'm going to add just a little bit of glue here. Might even use my liquid glue. I just want a little bit right here. Let's see if this works. Let's let that dry for a second. Merry Christmas. Okay, I want to let it dry on that one. Warm winter wishes from our home to yours. I'm going to add that up there. This should be dry enough. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to squish it this way too. Doesn't really matter. It's just making that little mechanism. All right, so once you have it scored, you want it like this. And then I am going to take some, I'm brave doing this live when I'm not even sure if it's going to work. I'm going to add a little glue right here. All right. I'm going to lay that down right there. Just give it a minute to dry. I'll be bringing in the back of my house. Just want just that little bit. And then I'm going to squish it up again, like that. Add a little bit more right there. Press that down, let it dry. You see it's not popped up because there's a little ink in there. There we go. Okay. I'm letting that dry right on there. So you see that it does have a little bit of pop up to it. You can make this larger if you want. I didn't want it too high. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the inside. So all it takes is one of those little pieces of cardstock. I'm going to add this right here. The front is done. When you open it up, that's a pop-up. I'm going to grab another one of these. The dimensional. Quick, easy pop-up card, right? Just make sure you let it dry. I'm not letting it dry too much because we're doing the video. And then I'll bring in these gems. I want that one on there. And now I have an easy pop-up card. I don't know if you can see that, but it does pop up. It's raised. What do you think? I think it came out cute. Easy one. Those are that. Let's see what else we got here. I think that's it. I haven't know the rest of the kit, but I'll be doing that later. So let's bring the cards in again that I've done. So I hope you enjoyed the alternatives ideas I gave you. So we have this one and these two. By cutting those cards in half, we have this pop-up card. We have another pop-up card. We have that one. I cut them all up. I'm going to be cutting the rest up too. And one, oh, I got another one right here. Okay. And here is another card. So I hope you enjoyed the alternatives. And of course we have, whoop, my gift card keeps coming out. Make sure you add extra glue dots on that. There we go. And we have another gift card in there that stands up. And then of course we have the way it told you to make the little gift boxes, but instead of candy, I got these little earrings in there. There will be still shots on my blog and on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Leave me a comment. Comments. One person's going to win this, and I'll announce the winner on Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed my paper pumpkin for November, the alternatives. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.